We are currently under construction with our latest project at TOG. It's tremendously exciting because this is a building that we have a rigorous sustainable agenda that we are pursuing, and we're doing that through timber construction. When we understood that we could have a new build here and replace the existing building, and we were trying to figure out what the best method of construction was, we then met Andrew Waugh from WTA. And Andrew is the leading architect in timber construction in the UK. And so this was an opportunity to learn and to listen and to understand. We have this incredibly talented team of architects and designers in-house at TOG, but we always work with external architects on every project. That's hugely important to us because we then have this originality and creativity, and every building for us has to be different.
Working in timber was something that we've really been focused on, we've always been interested in as a practice. It's faster, it's more precise. Also, then the buildings that you get are more beautiful. The buildings that we make are built from CLT, which is cross-laminated timber. So they're built up in sort of layers of 3 or 5 or 7, depending on how much work the slab has to do. The majority of CLT comes from Central Europe, but increasingly from Scandinavia, from the United States, Spain, Italy, France. So the whole world now is making CLT, which is really exciting. You know, we've been building buildings the same way for more than 100 years in the Western world. Concrete and steel is what we've been doing. It's what everybody's geared up to do. And so when you want to fundamentally change that, you need buy-in from everybody. You need that kind of enthusiasm to have everybody on board. The enthusiasm of the client, the wholesale kind of buy-in of the office group into this project, into this process has been fantastic.
Andrew is somebody who we connected with very quickly. And I think that when you have a shared passion, you have your common interest there that lays the groundwork, a really strong working relationship. At TOG, it's really important to us to be different and to stand out and to be better and to push boundaries. It's important that we set an example when it comes to areas like sustainability.
The importance of designing sustainably, it needs to be transformational change. The existing building that was on site, I know the office group looked at refurbishing it and it wasn't feasible. So building a very low carbon building in its place was the most sustainable way forward. When you build a timber building, it weighs about 20% of what a concrete and steel building would weigh. But what you do have to always be careful of is wind load. We have a core in the middle, that's solid timber core that rises up, which acts like a kind of trunk. And then around that, we have a frame, and that frame is locked into place by the floor slabs. Now the frame is made from LVL, from beech trees. Now the brilliant thing about LVL is that's laminated veneer lumber. Those laminates of veneer are made from peeling the tree, and you get this incredibly strong material, which in section is as strong as steel. We have a really keen understanding of what's going to happen, how safe this building is, and this building is incredibly safe.
We were prepared to make a greater investment to end up with this incredible and beautiful building that not only we could be very proud of, but actually the people who rent space from us, who take space in that building, they are also fulfilling that need to make a statement about how they feel about the environment, how they feel about sustainability. This is an opportunity to shout loudly about that.
I've lived and worked in Shoreditch for 30 years. So for me, to build here is the best. When you walk past it, when you walk into it, you breathe that sustainability. And so I think that it's going to be really important. I think it's going to be totemic for the construction industry, for the development world.
We should be advocates for change, that we have this opportunity to have a voice and that we should use that voice. And encouraging others to build with timber is not about creating competition that's going to impact us. We should be building it because it's the right thing to do to contribute to our fight on climate change in our small way. And if that sends a message that others can do it, that's really important.